Roadshow Trucker back at you with another great video, The Good, Bad, and Ugly. I just woke up from a nap. Today is Thursday, about 9 p.m. and I'm heading to Ohio from North Carolina to drop this load off. And then I got a pre-plan paying really, really well. I mean, it's got 2 stops, but it's picking up in Michigan and dropping off down by Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And it pays like $4,200. So I did take it. We'll see how it goes. I really need the money right now. But yeah, guys, let's get into it. It's been a little while. I kind of took a couple weeks off. Not off work, but from doing YouTube videos. But yeah, my truck was broke down. Yeah, I went to leave. I went home for 2 days. And pulled out of the truck stop. My check engine light was on and it wouldn't go over 10 miles an hour. So I stopped and shut the truck off, turned it back on, and attempted to take off, and everything was fine. However, the check engine light did stay on. So I called Prime's Road Assist and I told him, look, I'm a half hour away from the Minooka terminal, because my residence ain't far from Minooka. And I can take it there to get it looked at. And they agreed. And I took it there. They hooked it up. And they were saying something to do with the fuel rail. So something, maybe fuel pressure. But they couldn't do anything. They said it had to go to a Freightliner. So, I asked for their guidance. The nearby Freightliner, and they did not want me to take it to the one in Joliet or around that area. They wanted me to go to Hampshire, Illinois, which is a suburb of Chicago, and I wasn't familiar with that area. And of course, I'm thinking, if I have to get a hotel, I kind of want to be in an area that I'm familiar with. So he said, well, you could take it to Morton, Illinois. That's down by Peoria. I'm familiar with that area. And I asked him, well, where do you want me to go? One's 30 miles away, one's 80 miles away. He said, well, let me call. And I guess the one in Hampshire, Illinois, they couldn't even look at me for 3 more days. The one in Morton, Illinois says, yeah, as soon as he gets here, we can look at it. So I played that game, got there, and they didn't have an answer. They're waiting for Freightliner, Detroit, to message them back. And they eventually messaged them back and told them, well, drive it for 30 minutes and do a recording. Well, then we had another issue. It wasn't recording data. So it ended up being broke down for 6 days. Yes, 6 days. They were waiting like 4 days for a reply from Detroit, the warranty, right? They make all the decisions and they tell Freightliner mechanics what to do and what to change and whatnot. So you know what it ended up being? A quality control valve. Or, at least that's what they said was wrong with it. Detroit wanted them to change that out. I've been out for a week now. Truck's been running good. So, Prime did pay. That was another hassle. You guys would think that things would come automatic. Well, they don't. And I'm trying not to be negative here. I really am. It was the end of the payroll cutoff. And I called my payroll advisor to ask, hey, is this breakdown pay going to be on? Oh, no, you got to call your Road Assist advisor. And blah, 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 blah. And so I called him And of course, he didn't even submit anything. You know, they might not care, but I care. It's, the end of the pay period. I don't want to be in the negative, right? Let's get this shit done. Let's get it rolling. So, make a long story short, they gave me 4 days. 4 days breakdown pay. So, it started on a Wednesday, and I got the truck on Tuesday morning. So, you do the math there. The first, Road Assist don't start paying breakdown pay until the 3rd day. So it didn't kick in until Friday. And they gave me the 4 days until Monday. The reason why I didn't get back to the truck until Tuesday is because nobody called me. The Freightliner had my number. I said, when it's done, call me. And so I ended up going home that weekend. I rented a car. I was a couple hundred miles away from home and went back. Because I wasn't going to get a hotel there. If I'm going to spend money, I'm going to go home, right? So the payroll advisor put it through, and they gave me, like I said, $1,100. That helped, being down all that week. So I'm just now getting out of the negative. I don't know if I mentioned before, the whole month of July has been horrible for me as a lease operator with Prime. I've been averaging, $800-900 a week, which is really, really crappy for being a lease operator. I understand that, I did have some home time in there, but yeah. So the truck's fixed. I'm on my pre-plan. I'm gonna head to Ohio, like I said, drop this off. It's due at 1 in the morning. It's a little after 9 p.m. right now. And then take my 10-hour break and then proceed 200 miles to Michigan, pick that up, and start heading to Florida. I got 2 stops in Florida, like I said. The farthest point in Florida I will be going to is down by Fort Lauderdale. Yes, I did look at the weather map, because we all know it's hurricane season, and I don't want to take a load and be stuck in a hurricane. There is a hurricane coming in, but the models right now are showing that it's cutting up and right and missing the whole state of Florida. And by the looks of it, it's not going to hit anywhere in the United States, hopefully. But as you know, the weather people get things wrong and things change. So stay tuned for that. If I am involved in a hurricane or stuck, you guys will be the first to know. But yeah, other than that, things are starting to look up and go in the right direction. I was told, July is kind of iffy with freight. And that, in other words, that's what my fleet manager did tell me. Mid-July kind of sucks. Sorry, I had another call that come in, so the recording just stopped, and so I'm restarting it. But anyways, that's about it. Just wanted to come on, give you all an update, let you know I'm still here. Yeah, that's really about it. We will catch you on the next one. Bye.